Hello, 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 and welcome back, everybody, to Lady Arcaders Out of Bounds Toronto. We are super happy to have y'all here today on this lovely warm day. But we're cozy, and we're going to get into our next run. With me, I have omgitsmonika, who is our new host, and we're going to be throwing it over to Alara for Cat Quest. Take it away, Alara.
Hello, friend shapes. Welcome. So, as you can see, we're going to be playing Cat Quest now. It is an adorable little action RPG, and it is absolutely fantastic. So, feel free to get those cat puns in on chat. I want to see them all over the chat when I see the reviews later. But in the meantime, let's get ready to get started. So, there's a whole bunch of different categories. There's New Game Plus. We're not running New Game Plus. There's also Mu Game, which is a whole bunch of modifiers. We're also not going to bother with that. We decided to run the hardest version, so we're just going to do New Game. So we're going to start it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, have fun.
So as you can see, cute little game. The story bit that you missed is we were on a boat, we had our sister, and our sister got thrown off the boat by the villain. So we need to go rescue our sister. So apparently we're good with the sword, which is good given that we're on a quest. Mm-hmm. The other thing of note is if I turn around, you'll see a little spiral on the back of the cat's head. That marks us as none other than the Dragon-Blooded, which is our hero who takes the powers of dragons and is legally distinct from the Dragonborn that you're thinking of.
This cat has never said Fosroda. I'm just putting it out there. This cat has never said it. Maybe meow, 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 but...
So we're just going to skip through all the tutorial-y stuff. We got the fire spell, which is going to be basically our entire damage for the run. Right now, we're still in the tutorial section, and this is the one time in the game that I can just chill and not care and take a bunch of hits. It does not matter at this point, and that's not going to be true in a couple of minutes.
Now, Alara, I have to say, since I played this game recently, and having done Cat Quest comms for you for a couple times now, I didn't realize that there were other spells in this game.
There are, and they're super useful, and I've literally never used any of them because I've only ever
really
speedrun this game.
Too busy going fast.
Too busy going fast. So at this point, as the Cat Quest speedrunner, I can officially say I am not the expert in this game because I have no idea what's going on in the story, whereas Ophelia has actually played through this casually. All I know is the king is grumpy, and apparently he's possessed. That's what I've been told from the other runners that actually bothered paying attention when they played through the game casually.
Yeah, it's a bit of a story with way too many side quests.
Paying attention to lore while speedrunning?
No.
People have time?
No. We don't do that.
So another bit of thing that I want to point out is, like I said, this is probably the hardest category in the game, and the reason for that is also because we decided to, for accessibility reasons, add Turbo as a category to the game. And I am not running the Turbo version of the game. And the reason why that matters is because there is a lot of mashing through dialogue. A lot. So that makes the run more consistent, but also for, our dear friends that have Turbo Tunnel or the like, it makes it a very accessible run. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, we're just going to get through a little bit more dialogue by mashing through it.
The little angry cat meows in the background are everything.
So those are coming from our dear friend Dracnoth, who is the villain of this story. Those little horns. Oops, I went the wrong way for a moment.
My favorite thing about this game with the run is that it shows you exactly where to go.
Yes! This is absolutely amazing, and it's one of the things that I love about running this game. There is literally an arrow that tells you where to go for the entire run. There are 2 exceptions to that, and that is the 2 times we go get items. So for now, the game wants us to go over here to Kit Kat, and then after that, it's going to ask us to start heading over to the first dragon. So meet Kit Kat.
Hi, Kit Kat.
Kit Kat is one of the 2 instances of Bipanic in this game because, Femme Blacksmith. The other one you're going to meet a little bit later on. So we're still in the tutorial-y segment. This is teaching us that apparently people in watchtowers know where dragons are. So they're telling us, go over here, and a bit to the side, you can't see it quite yet, but there's a dragon. So what are we going to do? We're going to not go fight the dragon. We are too under-geared, and we are too under-leveled. So the solution to this is we're going to jump here, and we're going to zip to the very highest level cavern in the entire game. And we're just going to run in, dash, grab the loot, get out, and hopefully not crash the game. The reason I say that is because this is all RNG loot. If this first item is not good or viable, we're gonna have to do some chest duping. And that is one of the best drops in the game. So if we get its sister, the Squire chest piece, this is absolutely go mode. So that's not quite the best item, but it is still very good. I will take the Ranger vest any day.
Oh my goodness, the
It's-
pause screen saying pause. Oh, that's so cute.
It's not just new game, it's Mew game. And
incredible.
Mew game plus.
What a perfect game.
It really is.
So now we're gonna, I didn't save the cat. Okay. So unfortunately I didn't grab the save point right before going. That was my bad, but that's fine. We can just go here and it'll do 2 quick dialogues and it'll reset us. And the reason we do the save and quit is because then I'd have to walk all the way back. And we are about 50 levels under the enemies in that zone. So not really optimal for going to go combat on those
Even
enemies.
at like a decent level, being in that zone is not an easy time.
It'll turn you
So-
into a scaredy cat.
It absolutely will turn you into a scaredy cat.
Alara, you cannot see the level. I am glaring at Monica for that one.
I approve. I don't mind. I approve.
I promised puns as soon as I heard puns are welcome. Let's get on
Puns
it.
are welcome and encouraged. So we're gonna go fight the fire dragon. So another good thing about this game is the bosses telegraph every single attack, which does not mean it's easy, but it does mean that we have at least something to work with.
It's the cutest Dark Souls out there.
It absolutely is the cutest Dark Souls.
Truly.
So now we're gonna get another weapon drop that we do not want. And now we're gonna get a sneak peek at our sister, who's gone.
Oh,
And it turns out it was an illusion made by Dragnoth. Keep this in mind. Dragnoth can make illusions of our sister. This may or may not come up later. So we could run all the way over there, but that's slow. So we're gonna go over here. Oh, and then we're gonna try to zip. The zips in this game are really, really hard and really inconsistent. They also behave differently depending on if you're zipping indoors or outdoors. So if you're zipping to outdoors, it'll send you up and to the left. If you're zipping indoors, it'll send you down and to the right.
Ah, we have different flavors of zoomies. Noted.
We have different flavors of zoomies in this game, yes. So it depends what direction the zoomie's going in. Are we going indoors or are we trying to escape the house? Another thing that we're going to learn about this game, and this is very consistent throughout the run, mages are jerks.
Yep.
Mages are absolutely jerks. We do not like mages. They are going to make us go slow, and they are going to give us extra quests, and they are generally mean to fight. Another thing that I'm going to be doing as part of Marathon Safety is I'm going to be picking up a lot of health drops. Not health drops, sorry, or experience orbs. And the reason for that is every time we level up, we get a health refill. And in this run, there is a lot of damage taken, and as you started seeing, we are so under-leveled compared to everything that it is functionally an Oko run in all the points that it matters.
You gotta have all 9 lives.
There is a modifier in Mew Game that is 9 lives mode.
Incredible.
So here we're
Honestly,
learning
if you're
about a little bit of the backstory. Basically, there was a war against dragons, and the dragon-blooded won the war. And now, Dragoth shows up, and now we have to turn around and talk to Dragoth. And they're gone.
I was about to say, for a villain, Dracoff talks a lot, but that's kind of very important for a villain. You got a monologue, and he's very good at it.
He is very monologue-y, and we appreciate it. So now we're going to go to the watchtower, because again, watchtowers for some reason know where all the dragons are, even though this watchtower is in the opposite direction of where we want to go. So we're going to go over here, and walking is slow, so we're going to find a cave. And since we're going up and to the left,
You.
we go zoomies. And over here is the ice dragon. So the problem you can see is that's in the middle of lake. I don't know about you, but I don't know how to walk on water yet. So we're going to fix that. We're going to go get a water walking potion. And now meet the other half of the Panic in the game. The mayor.
The mayor is
Shoutouts to the mayor.
such a good character. The fact that Cat Quest 3 is pirate themed, if he's not in it, I am going to riot. Alara, do you mind if I hop in with a little blurb?
Go ahead.
So I would just like to let everybody know about what's going on today. We are here at See-scape, which is Toronto's original sci-fi and cyberpunk themed bar and cafe. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or just looking for a night of adventure, See-scape offers weekly events like karaoke, movies, games, and magic. They also have hundreds of board games and video games that you can rent and play daily. Check out their website at seascapeto.com or by typing !Seascape in chat. And I really need to take a look at this games catalog. They seem to have a lot of games here, everyone.
I got a sneak peek of the board games downstairs, and I was very happy.
I think the conundrum for all of us on site is just trying to figure out when we're going to find the time to play the board games in this event. Because we don't want to miss any of the speedruns.
Well, you can't speedrun board games.
True.
That is objectively not true.
Alara, do you have another run to teach me?
Are you talking about the Monopoly just flip the table strat? Flip the table percent, if you will?
So we're gonna come up to a little bit of a fight. This fight's annoying because it's not difficult in the sense of the enemies are particularly dangerous, but they're in the forest, and the forest covers all of the animations and all the spells and all the attacks circles. So there is a good chance I'm gonna take a lot of damage from enemies that are doing things that I just cannot see.
And you are still extremely underleveled for this area.
Yes, very, very much.
The taking damage from things you can't see really is just giving me the energy of my cats staring into the corners.
So a little bit of love to my cat Artemis, who's currently at home and my partner is watching him. But I'm sure he's here blessing the run.
Is Artemis a reference to Sailor Moon?
Artemis is a reference to Sailor Moon.
I love that. Let's go.
So we're gonna go turn this in, and the mage just gave us a potion to walk on water under the condition that we are promising to not help the town because we do not like the town. So what are we gonna go do?
Help the town?
Yeah.
Yay!
So we still can't fight to this dragon. So what are we gonna do? No water walking. Well, we need to power up the potion. And you know who can help us power up the potion? The town. But the mages don't like us doing that. They don't want us working with the town. So what's the response? They're gonna attack the town.
So I'm curious, from both of you having played this game, do you have favorite characters that stand out in it?
The mayor.
The mayor.
Noted.
Kit Kat, as amazing and adorable as she is, we only see her one more time during the run.
Oh.
And it is just the saddest thing ever, and you'll see why when we get near the end.
Okay. I'll prepare.
Nothing happens to Kit Kat,
No,
but
Kit
it's
Kat,
still a
Kit
sad
Kat's
moment.
good, but we just don't get to see her enough in the run.
In a casual playthrough, you'd see her a little bit more because she's the gear vendor. It's just we don't get gear because we already went and got the highest level gear that can drop from a chest. Well, sort of. We mostly have the highest level gear that can drop from a chest. And that's it. Okay. We have to go talk to the mage, and the mage is going to lead us on a wild cat chase. I don't know if you're paying attention to the names of these locations, but they are all fantastic, by the way.
I'm loving it.
I think every single line of dialogue in this game when I was playing it is a pun.
I'm actually going to swap out the armor, because the free guaranteed armor is actually a tiny bit better than what I had. So now we get to the big problem. We can walk on water. That ice dragon, however, is still very, very, very over-leveled compared to us. And this gear is powerful, but it's not near powerful enough to make up for the 30, 40 levels it's got on us. So we're gonna take a small detour. So we're gonna take care of these monsters first. And turn in the water walking quest. And we get the horrible governor shirt. And we're gonna just go the completely wrong way. So the game wants us to go up and to the right. Welcome to the second detour of the game. We're gonna head all the way down. We're gonna skip right past Row Ruins. And we're gonna get the only other spell in the game that's worth it for the run. And that is Berserk. Berserk is wonderful because Berserk basically just gives us an extra 50% more damage. That's it. That's all it does. So I wouldn't re-grab that. We're going to level up Fire for a couple of times because, again, Fire is basically our entire damage for the run.
I do love that at the start of this run, you're like, so the nice thing about this game is they give you a directional arrow. And then immediately you're like, we're not going to listen to that arrow. We're going to go on our own path. Incredible.
So this is actually one of the few instances of that. It's just the 2 times we go get gear.
Okay.
Other than that, we're just going to follow it. But now we have a little bit more spell power, but we don't have the magic stat to back that up. And, you know, we could deal, we could go grind, we could go get levels, but that's slow. So instead, I'm just going to ask you, have some faith in me. And we're going to come here, and the golden key. Ooh, it's a chest that gives me a golden key. This sounds useful. Now, behold, as to get the golden key, we need to go into a cave. And this cave has the single most dangerous fight in the game.
I died here so many times trying to get this key. And I was not this low leveled. I do not know how Alara manages all of these mimics.
Every single circle can and will one-shot me. And they do not cast anything until I'm in the circle. So I cannot bait anything. It is literally get in, 2 swings, get out.
So they're waiting for the right opportunity to pounce on you, if you will.
Yes. And almost in the clear. There is one more mimic to go through. I don't know why I'm collecting money. We have no more instances of spending money in the game.
But yeah, when I came into this, I was like, oh, you know, I've seen Alara do this a few times. I know, like, this cave is going to be hard, but I know what I'm doing.
Hey.
Wiped out in 3 seconds.
Well
Good
done.
one.
So we're gonna, we do not want to turn this quest in because that dialogue is slow. So we're gonna instead zip back to the mainland. And we're gonna go to another detour. So the golden key opens golden chests. Shock and behold, I know, it's baffling. So there's been a couple golden chests already, but not the ones that we want. The ones that we want are a little bit up north. Sorry, the zips are kind of random, so I never quite know where I'm ending up after a zip. This one actually sent me a good bit more eastward than normal.
Yeah, I don't usually see you over there.
The one shop has the same logo. It's going to be a throwback for people, but the same logo from in Neopets if you played Fairy Bubbles and the Dark Fairy Bubble.
Oh
It's the
my
exact
goodness.
same logo, and it absolutely sent me
So,
right there.
you see that golden chest right there? So we come into this, and we're gonna get the most powerful item in the game out of a golden chest. So give me a moment, I'll head right there. Don't worry about it, we're getting the golden chest.
Wait, where's the floor?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
And now I said, you gotta have faith. Meet faith.
Let's go.
So for context, let me load back into the game real quick. I want you all to look at my magic stat before and after. Right now, I have 57.
Right now.
Almost 400. So we're going to do the little bit of dialogue again, because we can't talk to the quest board without it. And then we're just going to cancel the side quest because we don't actually care about the golden key anymore. We got what we wanted. So we're going to head back down, go to the cave. And do you remember how much I've been struggling with every enemy up until now?
You've been struggling? What?
They've been barely taking damage. You know how they've barely been taking damage? Meet the ice dragon, post faith. So, here's some added context as to why this is the most dangerous category in the game. This version of faith that I have equipped gives me 333 magic stat. The old patch version gives almost 800.
Oh, jeez. I'm just still baffled that you said you were struggling. You're making this look easy.
This run, you sweat during it because everything will one-shot you.
It is very one-hit KO this entire time. I think you're getting to a point where it's a little bit less, but we're still...
A don't get hit
Yep.
run if you... gotcha.
So now we're just going to take the long walk. Sadly, there's nothing much you can do about this because it's going in the wrong direction. If we were going up and to the left, we'd have a solution, but down and to the right is just a sad time. So it wants us to go down there to the dragon, to the arcane dragon, which is surrounded by a mountain. I cannot get there yet because, sadly, the cat has not learned how to fly. So I don't know about you, how you learned how to fly. I took a little bit of a more roundabout way, but we're just going to go with the standard route of learning how to fly, which is you go talk to a flaming bush.
I don't know how anyone else learns to fly. I learned to fly from bush.
For my cat, they're just, where there is a will, there is a way.
So remember how we're walking right through that mountain pass right there? It'll come up in a moment. Once we leave this cave, that mountain pass is, it's going to be a thing. But we're going to walk here, past these, hopefully not get hit. We did get hit, and that one hit took out our entire armor and almost all our health.
And we don't have, like, amazing armor, but we have fairly decent armor.
This loot, this armor, is from the highest level cave in the game, for context. So think about that for a moment, just how under-leveled I am, that with the highest level drop gear in the game, I am just that squishy. Like I said, grabbing all the XP because level ups are important right now, even if just for safety. And then let's go, anyone who's an Avatar The Last Airbender fan, look away, we're totally not killing Appa. And then, you know that mountain pass? You know that mountain pass? There's a mountain in the way now. Don't worry, don't think about it too much. It's just there. It's just a thing. The worst part is, you know how there was a mountain pass there and now there's a mountain?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a mountain pass there, as I was saying. Ophelia could probably tell you what's going on in the story and why.
I actually don't have any explanation. They don't actually explain that at all. It's just there's a mountain, now there isn't, now there is.
So we're going to go back to our friend the bush. So it turns out the bush can't really teach us flying because it has amnesia. So we just have to do stuff to get information from the tree. So let's go talk to the tree. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time talking in English to a tree. But the tree does not have a hard time talking to us. It just has a more direct method, and it gives us visions. So now we get a little bit more context as to the story. So it turns out humans and dragons were at war, and the only magic they couldn't steal was the power of flight. Rawr.
Which was intriguing because I was gonna ask, but feel free to not answer. Spoilers. I was curious if all of the enemies in the game are dragons.
The majority are some form of dragon.
Okay.
Not all of them. There is one more exception, which is spoilers, Dragnoth. I know you didn't see that coming.
Nobody could have ever seen that one coming.
Gasp.
So now we have the all-powered up gem, and we're great, and we're going to take that to the bush, and the mage is stealing it.
It's because mages are jerks.
Did I save last time I was here? We're going to take a safety save.
I was going to say, I suggest taking a save.
I'm so. Is there any context about the giant arm, the stone arm on the ground, or just
There is, and
Oh.
you're gonna get that in a little bit,
Oh,
but good on you for noticing that early. So you know how mages are jerks? Mages are jerks.
Oh,
This is
okay,
why we
that was-
save.
Yeah, this is why we saved. That was a good time to save.
very good time.
Mages are jerks. We walked in, they both decided to cast 3 spells at once. I don't know about you, but 6 spells in an Oko game is a lot to take on.
They're going a little try hard, if you ask me.
So mages are jerks.
But at the very least, mages are squishy. So,
So we could follow either of those paths. We just have to follow it to the end. We're gonna go here, little dragon heads, and oh look, a mage. Oh look, they're gone because mages are jerks. So we're gonna save and quit because it's faster than walking back.
I do love games when they have the good old save and quit, and you just get to save a bunch of time with it. It's
So-
always
I'm gonna go for the swag zip in a little bit. We're gonna go set up to go to the next cave, and it is the one instance of a useful indoor zip in the entire game, and it is really hard and it is inconsistent as heck, even by like this game's zips standards. But it looks cool, so I kind of want to try to go for it. Oh no, didn't take it. Oh well. It just skips us all the way to the bottom. That's all it does. It might save us 2 seconds, but which in the grand scheme of things in a game that's this RNG heavy is not all that terribly much, but every second counts. So we're gonna head back out. And that wasn't the solution. We still need to find the mage. So keep in mind, mages are jerks. But we're gonna follow the mage, and we're gonna find the mage at the end of the road. Meet the end of the road. And then mages are jerks, so I'm gonna get away because, like all mages, look how he's gonna start the fight. Just start AoEing.
every single time.
And then we get a staff and we get our orb back. And we go back to town. We're gonna go get the last quest in the Learning to Fly storyline. So, you know how I said that humans stole all the magic from dragons except for one?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yes.
a little weird that this bush with amnesia knows how to fly. I'm curious how that happened. I don't know how the bush learned how to fly, so let's go find out. I'm sure nothing bad is about to happen. This is a wonderful jaunt to North Point.
I've never been taken out to a very isolated peninsula and not had anything bad happen. This seems totally normal.
Seems legit.
And then let's go talk to the bush, and oh, the bush just remembered something. It's got its memories back. It was a dragon the whole time. I constantly get amnesia and forget I'm a dragon too, so, you know, it just happens. It's just a
mood.
day.
It's a big mood.
And it locked you in a battle arena.
And now we can fly.
Yay.
Behold the cutest flying animation in any game. Don't at me. This is true.
It is so good.
Oh, it is very cute.
So there's one more dangerous dragon fight here. I'm gonna try to not take damage as I go in. And then I took damage as I went in. It also doesn't help that the arcane dragon is shockingly resistant to magic.
It chases you down. Oh.
They all chase you down, yeah. And it doesn't help that those little skull dragons also just spawn those spiky things.
Those spiky things probably were the death of me more than I want to admit. Like, you just don't really realize how much you're taking damage to them.
Yeah. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just, they're there, they are taking up everything, and they spawn right under you. And I could handle a second hit, but it wasn't much more than that, and the little spikes just eat up everything. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with little skull dragon head things anymore. But it's still a very dangerous fight otherwise. Again, just completely eating through the armor. I'm gonna grab that XP for the level up. No, we're gonna wait.
Oh, jeez. And they gave the dragon a sword.
This game is not kind. Admittedly, this is partially because I'm running a category that really shouldn't be a category, but here we are.
Congratulations on that slay.
So that's not the last can kill me fight in the game, but it's definitely like the last of the really, really bad ones. The rest is fairly manageable. There's like one or two that if I'm not careful could be bad, but we're mostly in the clear now.
So, hearing we're in the clear now, is it okay for a quick blurb?
Yep.
Amazing. Okay, for anyone who didn't know, it's Toronto Games Week 2024. And Lady Arcaders Out of Bounds Toronto is a part of that event. So Lady Arcaders Out of Bounds is a Toronto women and Femme speedrunning event in participation with Toronto Games Week 2024, which has been a great week all along and is wrapping up tomorrow evening, I believe. In this live one-day event, folks will play video games as quickly as possible, showing off their talents and challenging themselves, as you can see in this run. You can access today's schedule of events by typing !schedule in chat. So you'll see all the fun events that we'll have upcoming for today. Fun runs we'll have coming up. Oh no, not the sad meow.
So that was a little bit of a time save there. We make the fire spell cast happen so far south that it ends up hitting that one enemy, which just saves us having to go around to fight it.
I'm so curious, does the protagonist cat ever hiss at any enemies?
That's an oofy question. I don't know.
I'm thinking. I don't think so.
Okay. It's a very happy cat then.
No, your little fairy Navi is definitely the more angry of you two. Because you do have like a little fairy guide who is your legally distinct Navi, who's also a cat, and that is a very grumpy cat. I'm pretty sure that one.
Now's the reveal of what the old masters look like. Now you understand why there's arms all over the place. They're just little statues of the old masters.
So something that just clicked with me is the directional arrow really is just a laser pointer guiding you.
It's so good. And with the amount of side quests that this game has, you really want that arrow to really be like, oh, okay, I'm going here.
So these little side rooms are definitely the more dangerous part of this dungeon. Some are worse than others. The mages are, of course, the worst of it because you get close and sometimes they just decide to cast 3 spells, which is a time save, a time loss, and also extremely dangerous. I'm just gonna grab the XP while I'm here because safety. And you and these Lich Death Knight monsters are basically just mages in armor, which makes them extra jerky.
You know what? I hadn't actually considered that until you said it right there, and I'm like, yeah, that is the perfect explanation for them. I hated them so much.
Did I miss one? I don't think
bottom?
I did. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Little dragon heads. There we go.
It is always mages in all games, isn't it? It's like the Burger King mages in Elden Ring, these mages with the dragon heads.
So now, more story context. We find out what happened in the war. So it turns out the old masters, one in particular, Alias, made the dragon-blooded to fight the dragons. So Alias literally took cats and turned them into dragon-blooded.
Huh.
I'm sure this is in no way relevant to the plot, and we're just getting these cutscenes because they're pretty. Because everything's circling around Dracnoth, right? Dracnoth's the villain. It has nothing to do with Alias. So what we're doing right now is we're collecting shards. And these shards are going to be used as fragments to make the almighty Dragonbane sword.
One would say it's the bane of the dragon's existence.
Yes. One could say that.
One could say that, yeah. One could definitely say that.
So we're gonna go fight this Lich. Grab his XP. Thankfully, these little dragon heads are actually fairly weak to magic, so they're not much of a problem other than the spikes. The main problem with them is not getting hit by these spikes, but they don't take long to take down.
And then I assume if you accidentally wander into a pit, it's curtains, yes?
No. The pits are just...
Oh, it's just a wall.
Yeah, it's just a wall.
Ah.
The cats don't get that much zoomies. They don't want to jump into the pit. The ice dragons, however, are, like the big one, sadly resistant to magic. So our main damage source being magic is a problem. So that concludes our collecting of the shards. And the final recording that we're going to get for a while. And it's Dracnoth. Talking about how they were betrayed and they sealed Master Alias in the Zero Dimension. This is definitely not leading somewhere. And it has nothing to do with the ending. So, oh, we need to go talk to Navi one more time. And now we have all of the fragments we need. Let's go talk to Kit Kat. The next time we go talk to Kit Kat, and we're gonna get the amazing sword. So let's give everything to Kit Kat. Kit Kat's gonna run in. Here are all the shards. Oh my god, we're so excited. And behold, the amazing, the all-powerful, the game-breaking, useless sword.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad sword.
Oh, so it's the bane of your existence.
Exactly.
Oh, I got it.
So we're gonna get to the final area now to fight the last few enemies and the last boss. So we're gonna go take our last rest. So let's head to the final rest point. Do you know where it's gonna happen?
I couldn't tell you.
The town of Final Rest.
Oh, I should have guessed.
So, hey look, it's Dracnoth. And you know what's worse than fighting a bunch of dragons? Fighting 3 dragons.
Oh. Oh wow, yeah, they're all big boys.
Yeah. And
Yeah, they're the chunkers.
And you still just wiped him out.
We're gonna grab all this XP, which I would have gotten a little more. So we're gonna play a little game. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of sisters, including some illusions. If we get the right sister, obviously this is gonna be a lot faster if we don't have to like whittle them down. So Oofy, left, center, or right? Which one's the real one?
You know how I always feel about this, and this game is, sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. We're going with left.
Okay. Wrong. Okay, that wasn't the real sister. So, Monica, left or right?
I'm gonna hit you with a quote from Star Fox from Peppy and just say never give up and trust your instincts.
Right. Let's go right. Wrong. Okay. So, never mind. We're going to go all the way to the third one, so it's obviously this one.
That was
And she's
Peppy.
gone.
That was Peppy that let
Oh,
us
no.
down.
My sister's gone. What happened? You have no sister.
What?
She's been an illusion this whole time.
Dracoff, how dare you?
So to give the brief summary of what's going on, Dracnoth just needed you to become powerful because the only way to free Alias is to kill a powerful dragon-blooded in the Zero Dimension.
Oh, jeez.
So he made up a sister for us to want to rescue, just so that we would come here, become as strong as we could, so he could kill us here in the Zero Dimension.
It's a good old bait and switch.
Have to admit, it's a very good diabolical plan.
You could say that your character was indeed catfished.
This is fantastic.
I hope my silence reads properly.
So this fight's a little sketch, and okay.
Nice.
So this isn't 100% free. Oh, now it's free.
Yeah.
So we just got the level up, so we're fine, because there's going to be 3 more enemies, and behold, the first dragon you fight. Behold, the first generic enemy you fight in the game. Because Dracnoth's all weakened because, you just beat him up, so he's got no magic left. So what is he going to do? He's going to die. But what was the plan? A powerful dragon-blooded has to die in the Zero Dimension.
Oh, jeez. He knew all along.
So we let Alias escape. Now, this is not time just yet. Oh, we got the swag skip. So that just kind of brings us down here. And we're going to head down. And, of course, the grand ending has to be we're going to break into Dracnoth's apartment. And after we break into Dracnoth's apartment, what does a good friend do? We're going to read his diary, and we're going to steal his family picture.
That's how you know you're a good friend.
So behold, the diary, the family picture, and then time is going to be once we leave, and it's going to say quest complete on the screen.
Jeez.
So... time.
GG. That was beautiful, Alara. Gorgeous.
That was very, very stressful. You have no idea how much I was shaking in some of those fights. Those fights really can just absolutely one-shot you at any given point. So the fact that we only died twice is actually really good. Can I ask what the final time was?
That's what I was wondering. What is the...
38, sub 40.
I was about to say, is that a PB,
Nice.
Alara?
It's not, but it's really good.
I was about to say, when I was going on the pace of that, I was like, I feel like this is like close.
Sub 40 is really, really solid.
Yeah.
I will take sub 40
That was
any
a
day.
great run, Alara. That was fantastic. You should be so proud.
So thank you so much, everyone. I don't know how much time we have, but for final shout-outs from me, thank you so much to my wonderful friends, including ClockworkOphelia, who's right here with us. She is fantastic and amazing. She's taught me so many wonderful runs, and she's just a beloved friend that's here with me and always on comms helping me out, as well as Cell and Crime for running this fantastic event, and all the other amazing people, all the staff, all the tech, all of our chat moderators, because I know we've got Kasaki there, we've got Trainer Renate, we've got Selkuth, mine, we've got a bunch of amazing people. Y'all are amazing, and you're making this happen. So thank you so much. Also, it feels kind of weird being dressed in a cat outfit when I'm a Kitsune VTuber, but you know what, we deal.
Also, Alara, where can we find you if we want to find more of you?
I am basically everywhere as Alara Cutie because the name Alara is basically impossible to get on social media. So if you want to look me up, it's Twitter, Twitch, everywhere, just Alara Cutie.
Congratulations on a fantastic run.
Yeah, thank you. Right. I hope you enjoy the rest of the event, everyone. Bye.
And stick around because I think next up we're going to have some fast hot dogs.